Dan Deming of KKM Financial joins me now to set up our trading day. And what a week last week.
Yeah.
Watching a lot of things in this market right now, gold and of course defense stocks. So what do you think here?
Yeah, it was a crazy end of the week. You know, even though the market was fairly placid on the surface, it had to contend with some things. You could tell underneath, and when you look at the volatility space, particularly those VIX options and the activity we saw there, that there was some nervousness, and there continues to be some nervousness into this week as well. And we do have some things to contend with as well as this week.
We do. We have the earnings season beginning.
We do.
So of course we have financials, Delta reporting in. What do you think?
Yeah, Delta, Citi, JP Morgan, those are some of the bigger names. Yeah, and also a short week, 4-day trading week this week, so we'll have to squeeze 5 days into 4. I think that, you know, the market's kind of set up here where, you know, we're seeing it kind of bide its time and trying to get a gauge, basically, geopolitical events as well as valuations. And so this will be a good indicator. And we have seen the financial sector, you know, it's been hovering here a little bit, biding its time. But that could be the, you know, the impetus for the next step in the market if we see some strength in those bank names.
As you mentioned, it is a short trading week. And with the market closed on Good Friday, will it be a little bit tougher trade or more volume or less volume? We even have Passover starting.
Yeah, I know that as well. So I think because of the fact that we're getting these reports on Thursday, that you'll probably see decent volume throughout the week. And the second part of it, Angie, is that we have seen the market here churning over the last week or two. We saw some disruption late in the week last week, so I think that's going to continue to motivate market participants this week as we move towards those earnings announcements.
But definitely some jitters in this market.
Underneath the surface, you'd have to say that, like I said, on the surface, the market looks fairly placid, but late last week, you could tell underneath it was suffering from some indigestion when you saw what was going on in the volatility space.
And it almost seemed like the jobs report was overshadowed.
It was. It really was, yeah, because you look at that number alone and fairly disappointing headline number, although, you know, we did see a downtick in the unemployment rate, but overall it was overshadowed by not only what took place in Syria, but also, I believe, the meeting between President Trump and the Supreme Leader of China. So I think that you know, we'll see how it plays in the market this week, because there's a lot of moving parts there, plus the fact that you're seeing now tensions escalate between Russia and the United States as well.
Thank you, Dan, for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me, Angie.